From a different angle, today we have
Hi, my name is Gary Armstrong and I'm a Chelsea fan.
Hello, my name is John Fikes. I am a Liverpool fan.
of course, we're going to start with the American owner, Liverpool. So, let me, John, what was your thought on the Super League when the announcement came out?
I didn't like the fact that there was only a select few allowed in. There was no way of earning into it. I think that was his biggest downfall. Besides that, I don't like it or dislike it. It's everything can be changed at some stage. But I don't like how you couldn't earn your way in. You had to be invited in.
Gary?
Well, I like the idea of the best playing the best. But the 12 clubs having kind of that protected globe around them where they can't exit it or be relegated from it where another team can replace them. I don't think that's good for football. I think it's only to benefit themselves financially. But if I'm a club owner, I'm looking to see what generates the most money. And the idea of the Super League generates the most money. Mm-hmm. So it can't be a bad idea if you're an owner. For the fans' perspective, I don't think it was a good idea. Clearly, everybody was up in arms about it. So it depends which way you look at it, I think.
Like he could get that money. They could have done this. That's what I'm saying. The Super League could have been done differently, and they could have still got that money. And I don't think the fans would have been as angry.
Why Chelsea fans are so upset?
Same thing. They're taking away the tradition of the domestic league, the competition. There's no competition. Like, there's no way of getting into this thing. These teams are in there. They're so upset with the domestic league. It's going to take away from it.
Okay.
Even though Chelsea, without the money, wouldn't even be in the Super League.
That was my next question. Where were Chelsea before Abramovich?
Yeah, it's a contradiction. This owner has pumped so much money in, and the fans were always happy with that. And now that the owner has made a decision for him to make money, the fans are upset. I mean, as an owner, how can you blame him? As a businessman, how could you blame him for making that decision? But I guess the tradition comes ahead of all of that to the supporters, and that's why the fans have their voice heard.
It's just someone coming up with another idea to make more money, and people didn't like it because they weren't like included in it.
So people were not happy that a businessman wants to make more money.
Yeah, the businessman found out another way to make more money.
That's why us fans contradict ourselves. We're happy to take their money when it's buying players, but we're not happy when they want to make their own money.
Okay. You felt that it's not the right way to do things, or it's not the right format for the Super League. And the Champions League, the fourth or the third of the big leagues, can end up winning the Champions League. And they were not champion.
True, but
is that okay? Is that okay for you?
For me, yes.
Is that okay for you?
Yes.
So if it's okay for you, it's also okay for them to go create the Super League. Because I think it is not based on merit that you work the whole year because you want to win something. You want to win a competition and you finish third. I can take you finish second. Because second, they can call second vice champion, isn't
it? Yes.
How are they going to call the third?
Bronze champion.
co-vice champion.
But I just think to qualify for that specific tournament, there are spots. You have to earn the 3rd place, 4th place. And I understand what you're saying. They're not champions.
If it was like you said, the old format was what? If you finished first, would all the teams, be just the top? It'd be one of the top 5 leagues that would win it pretty much every year, because the other teams wouldn't be able to compete.
The old format used to be if you just won the league, but since I've been alive, it hasn't just been the champions in the Champions League. So it's tradition to me, the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but that's the Champions League. Even though they're not champions that always win it.
I have another take on that one. We're telling people that it's okay to be 4th, it's okay to be 3rd, because you're going to get in Champions League anyway. And then the small country who can benefit of the format where if you are champion to develop their leagues. I'm taking an example of Ireland. Let's say
I get you.
Ireland has a spot. You can be qualified automatically in the group stage. If Ireland have one spot, we will have better player coming in Ireland. Because now the player going to think, instead of going in England or in Spain and finish 3rd, I have a possibility to play the Champions League if I'm going in Ireland. The league going to be much better, more competitive. Because I'm telling you, the only thing top players I'm looking for is Champions League. People will say Premier League is the best league in the world. Why? Because investors. And why the investors are going there? Because they know it will be a spot in the Champions League. So the Champions League bring investors in your country, in your league. Then we also going to have that situation where an owner say, I want to bring the team in the Super League. I think for me it's a good problem to have. We don't have that here because there is no owner who's going to bring the team in the Super League. A Champions League change everything. A Champions League spot change everything. And if those fans are upset because they know that even if we finish 4th, it's not a bad season. But remember, years, finish 4th, it was a bad season. Now, because of their money, now the UEFA has to appeal to say, I don't want them to lose too much. We're going to push a little bit. We're going to give you another 4th. But the difference, and that's what I want to say, the difference between the Champions League format and the Super League format is like an exclusive restaurant. So for the Champions League, you go into the restaurant, they ask you, have you booked the table? And you say no. They say, okay, come. You can sit at the bar. You can order something. When a table will be free, we're going to let you go there. So you go at the bar, sit there, order some drinks, pay the drinks, and you keep seeing people come in, come out, come in, come out, and you don't have a table, but you see them eat and enjoy themselves. But you cannot get on that table. And before you know it, they say, oh, sorry, we have to close. But you are happy you were inside. You were so close. The table was just 2 steps from you. You are disappointed, but you are so close. And the Super League is the same exclusive restaurant. You go there, they ask you, have you booked the table? You say no. They say, sorry, you cannot get in. They are more clear with you than the Champions League. Because the Champions League, the UEFA say, we want to develop football. And they try their best. But I just felt that they are giving too much to those leagues. So when we're talking about developing football, we're talking about tradition. But I think the main thing we're talking about here is not football, it's brand. Because everyone fight is for his own brand, and the UEFA tried to appease all those big leagues. So a team in Ireland has to go through all those qualification round. And the story is the same. We came so close. We came so close. There is no hope to play in the bigger competition. There is no hope. Who's going to fight for us? Who's going to fight for the player who's going to be here in 10 years? Something has to change, John. Something has to change.